Good afternoon, Americans. It's been a rough week, been very difficult. The loss of our brother, Charlie Kirk, a servant of the Lord, a man that simply wanted America to be what it used to be. But because a lot of other people don't want that, and they're so used to and want disasters, they ended up assassinating this man in front of everybody on live television, in front of his family. And somewhere along the line, these people actually believe and they're happy and jumping around in joy about something like this. And who's right after them? Here's the media, the same people that caused these problems to happen in our country and around the world, with their lies, with their hatred. The hate speech comes from them. It doesn't come from us. My condolences to his family. May God be with them in their time of sorrow and need. This is something that just goes to show you how far these people have come with their ideology, and it's nothing but destruction. We just saw it play out live. I'm going to tell you something, me personally, when I saw that video for the first time, and I saw that man's innocent blood come out of his body, something changed in me. It affected me very hard for 2 or 3 days. And it isn't that I haven't seen gore in real life. It's not that. I thought about, why do I feel so hurt about this man? Never met him. Seen his videos. Saw his purpose. And I was totally in agreement with him, especially about God, Jesus, the King of the universe. And I couldn't understand for a few days. First day, I put out a video for like 10, 12 minutes, mad as hell. Because anger was the first thing that hit me. And then by the end of that day, when I got home, nothing but sorrow for the man. It hurt me deep, and I didn't understand why. I kept wondering, why is this happening to me? I'm usually not that easy to move either way. But then I understand that what's happening here is that Charlie Kirk was a very deep spiritual man. And we as human beings are connected spiritually because we're all created by the same creator. A lot of people have chosen to take that and give it to Satan. That's their problem and their choice to do whatever they want. But in truth, I think that is why I heard it so bad about this man being shot like that. It's because spiritually we're connected either way. And I know for a fact that we've lost something great. This has always been the way for God's people in this crap world of hell. Right? So, that said, we're going to turn things into my usual, right? Right now, what's happening in America is the globalists are pushing very hard and using the media. They want this civil unrest. They need this. Why? Well, one is because they want the world to topple so that they can take it over. But the bigger picture nowadays is, because we're finally at a point that we're going to end up throwing elitists in prison and getting rid of them, maybe even hanging them for treason, who knows? I mean, the Constitution of the United States gives us that right because it's the law of the land. But it's gotten to a point where they're scared now, globalists and elitists. But what they did was make a bigger mistake by hurting that man. that just made things even worse for them. They don't understand that. They were hoping that this would set off a civil war. No, not yet. Not right now. First, as Americans, I would advise we the people. When I say we the people, I'm talking about the people that live by codes like God, family, country. Not just because you live here and you were born here, but you hate our country. Not those. We're talking about the American, the real Americans. We, as a nation, know that even if we did go to civil war with these people, they're not going to last a week. We know this, and they can say whatever they want to say, all they want to say. Most of them will be hiding in their basements anyway, if something like that were to happen. We know that we don't have time for that right now. I'd rather there be a revolution against the corruption, not a civil war against our own, because that is not going to solve the problem. The key here is to keep our focus on who's causing all of this, all these deaths, all this violence, all this destruction. Globalists, elitists, corporations. Those are the only three things that we, the people, need to be focused on right now. Once we take that empire of hell down, one way or the other, once we take that down, now we could address our fellow Americans that are out of control. And I ain't saying that we have to address these people by causing violence, killing people. No, unlike them, we know better. And if we ever got pulled into something like that, it's because we didn't have a choice. And at that point, all rules go out the window. Most of us, as Americans, don't want this, because we know that once we step into that realm, we ain't coming back. And I'm not talking about because we'll be killed. Some of us will, some of us won't. What I'm saying is that mentally we will never come back to our normal lives again. We'll never see life the same again. Men, good men, are going to have to do very bad things. No mercy. Everything civil in us is going to be gone. All compassion is going to be gone. All love is going to be gone. And once we cross that line and things get like that, there's no turning back for any man. So, please, as Americans, I ask my fellow Americans, we know what we can do, and we know that we're the power of this country. And we don't need someone to verify that to us and tell us that we are the power. We know that we are the power of this country. It's not the governing body. Whatever happens in this country, even though the government's corrupt, is because we've allowed it. It isn't because they got control. It's because we left them and we took our vision away from them for too long. And look what it's costed us. Let this serve us as Americans as a lesson to never trust the government in that kind of way again, to let them run rogue and wild like they do. You got the media out here talking about how they are heartfelt about what happened to Charlie. The same people that are talking about you need to raise arms. Just today I saw a video on the news with Crockett in it. Useless lady, right? To our country. Talking about, yeah, people need to pick up guns or arms and deal with the MAGA. Like I said, it's always been them and their propaganda. This man is dead because of them, because of the globalist. And any person of the civil world, civil people, civil societies, they're always going to continue doing what they do until we end them. We must put these people away. We cannot allow these corporations and these idiots to run wild like this anymore. All in the name of greed, all in the name of power, all in the name of profit. This has to come to an end. And I hear a lot of people on here making posts, talking, but they never look at this from where it really is the problem. This is the real problem. It's those three people, those three characters, those three individual entities. They must be taken down. There's no way around that. They've tried to kill our president. They killed Charlie. They killed Kennedy. And they just continue on and on with this murdering spree. And why do they keep doing that? Because they always make people think and distract them from the truth, which is them. We don't have a problem. The only problem we have is those three entities: globalists, media, corporations, elitists. They gotta go. They have to go. There's no way around that. There's no way around that. If we leave it like this, someone else is gonna die. Why not, right? They're thinking, well, no big deal. Next. Are they not out there talking? Look at this Cuomo, whatever the hell his name is, Como, on the news, talking about Elon's next. You people, and then he comes back and he tries to double, back down on it and say that he didn't say, yeah, you did say that. And this is the reason why Charlie is dead, because of this. So again, we must pressure our federal government to take this all down. Not years from now, not months from now, yesterday. Shut the media down. All they're doing is causing these problems. Shut them down. We really don't care what bullshit laws they instill to protect themselves. It doesn't matter to us. We want justice. That's what we want, justice. True justice. If the dam is breaking, you don't put a piece of tape on the crack. Once the cracks get too many, you don't repair anymore. You take it down and you build from scratch. Some things are unrepairable. Globalists are unrepairable. Corporations are unrepairable. Elitists are corrupt beyond. Okay? Now you watch those Democrats when Republicans asked to have a prayer silence, a minute for Charlie, a minute of silence just for prayer, and they yelled no. When are we not gonna? What part of that don't you understand? That they are a demonic crew, and that their mission is to destroy the greatest country in the world. I don't understand how that makes it so difficult for you as an individual to understand that. I don't understand how you as a human can't say to yourself, how is it possible that I as a human being am cheering the death of another human being and believe in myself that I'm normal and that there's nothing wrong with me mentally. But again, the objective here was the media was pumping up the new generations to believe their lies, that they're not even who they are. They even convinced them that they are not what they were born to be. And then not want to take responsibility for this. Every day, it's no matter where you open your phone or computer, doesn't matter. All you hear is the media threatening, telling people, don't take this. We must rise. You must push. Politicians, the elitists. We've seen mega, not one, not two, thousands and thousands and thousands of videos telling the public to raise guns against MAGA. Now, you people that are listening to these people talk like this, let me ask you a question. Have you asked them if they're going to be standing side to side with you, all these news anchors and all that? Do you think those politicians that are calling for violence are going to come out to the street themselves with their ARs? No, They're not going to do that. You know why they're not going to do that? Because they're super cowards that kill from afar. And because they don't have the balls to fight a war like that, they figure your ignorance and your stupidity, they can convince you to do it. And you, as a fool, listen. At the end of the day, these three entities are killing us all. And they don't care what party you belong to, who your kids are. They don't care what you believe in and don't believe in. What matters here is what they want. World domination of all humanity around the world. You see it all play out. Look at the UK, look at the EU, look at all of that. That's them in action. The same people that released a bioweapon on humanity. The same people that have released a vaccine that has hurt and killed millions. This is all already proven. These are not opinions anymore. It's not a conspiracy theory anymore. There's none of that. Okay? So here's the thing. But now, because they convinced you so hard, you can't hear no more. Your brain doesn't register the truth anymore. And that's how effective the brainwashing system is for the people that can't think for themselves. All these people that are going to prison or executed for killing, you think those three entities are coming to help you now? No, they'll talk you into it. But once you're in it neck deep, they go hide. That's what they do. They hide. Look at CNN talking about, we're getting threatening letters. Don't be scared, man. You're the one that started all this. You wanted war. You insist on war. You push the people of society, telling them lies, telling them that people are Hitlers, that we are conquerors, that we are just every name under the sun. And now you're going to tell me that you're not responsible? Not everybody's stupid out here, you idiots. And not everybody in this country's a fool. And your little 2-3 million liberals that are running around the United States ain't even going to come close. They're not going to come close to this majority of tens of millions that don't believe your shit. And all the hype in the news will never change us. We know exactly who we are. And we know exactly how many we are. And we're a lot more than you. A lot more. It's an impossibility for you to believe, as a liberal, that you can take us. There's no way in existence. The media knows it, and so does the globalist. They're going to put you out there to be slaughtered if you take that road with us. I'm telling you right now, you take that road and push us into something like that, there's no coming back. But we don't want that right now. We don't have time for you. We want the ones that have caused all this. Those three entities, we want them. Prosecuted, military tribunals, and hang them by the Constitution of the United States for treason. That is what we're looking for. Globalist and all. We're not interested in your bullshit civil war. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking to take down Satan's empire. That is what we want to do. That is where the war is. There is no other war. Everything else is an illusion and a smokescreen. But not all of us are that dumb and that stupid. It takes a lot for men to restrain themselves and control their emotions after seeing something like what happened to Charlie. It really does. But I'm going to tell you one thing. If you people open this floodgate not be a good idea for you. Talk is shit, talk is cheap, and everybody has an opinion. But if that door opens, the talking is over. Now, let's see if what you say is true. Think about this shit. And as far as Americans, the real Americans of America, hold on to your emotion. Hold on to it. Nobody wants justice as much as I do. We all do. But remember, we must take the empire down first. Save your energy. Save your skills. Until we take down the empire that's caused all this to our country, killed our people, poisoned and still continue to poison and kill our people. We have no time for a guy that doesn't know what bathroom to use. This is not the time for that shit. It's out of control. And if we don't put it back in control, nobody will. So we must stay in control. Don't let the emotions take over. Wait. There is time for everything, but it has to be done right. Like I said, the war has been declared on us. We're not threatening no one. But they threaten us, and not only threaten us, but kill us. We, the American people, are being slaughtered by these three entities. And my response is, what we need to do to stop this death and to stop this destruction of our country and our people. I don't know if this video won't last online because the globalists, social medias won't like this shit. They never like this. Nobody likes the truth from that side. At the end of the day, there is no other war. It's not a civil war. It's not a revolution. It's a war of good against evil. And if you're too dumb to see that, that's your problem. But we know what it is, and we know what's happening here. Well, to Charlie's family, I'm really sorry, man. I'm really sorry. And to his wife, I don't even know what to say. I just don't. I'm just sorry you had to live that and see that. But we are with you. And we will not back down from what Charlie was doing, no matter what comes. They don't understand people like us because they're too naive to understand the will of this people. Our will is much stronger than their evil. And we as a nation are a power to be reckoned with for anybody. So, God bless our country. God bless you, Patriot Americans. To my next video. God bless.